Nothing can stop you faster than you can stop yourself. And before somebody misunderstands what I'm saying, let me make something clear. Yes, life can create obstacles. People can disappoint you. Opportunities can fall apart. Even doors can close. You can experience delays you never saw coming. But there comes a point in your becoming where you have to ask yourself a harder question. Has the opposition really stopped me, or have I stopped moving? I saw something today that made me think about Habakkuk chapter 2. And one particular scripture almost shouted at me. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Now, I've heard this scripture many times. You've probably heard it many times. Write the vision, make it plain. But today I noticed something different. Run. The scripture didn't say write the vision and admire it. It didn't say write it in a beautiful journal and put it on your nightstand. It didn't say create the vision board, tell everybody what you're about to do, and then spend the next 6 months talking about it. It says make it plain so somebody can run with it. That means clarity was never supposed to end with inspiration. Clarity is supposed to produce movement. Now, I'm not interested in judging how someone else chooses to describe manifestation or goal setting. That's not why I'm here. But as a woman of God, I need to understand what scripture is actually saying. Habakkuk wasn't simply writing down a personal wish list and expecting the universe to deliver it. God was revealing something, and Habakkuk was instructed to record it clearly. There's a difference. For me, the order becomes revelation, clarity, written direction, obedient action, and then patience. Because Habakkuk 2:3 says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. An appointed time. And that's the part we don't always want. Because I can write it today, I can get excited today, I can start working today, and still not see the entire result tomorrow. That's where maturity enters the room. Because faith isn't only believing God when something happens quickly. Sometimes faith looks like continuing to work while the results still look quiet. And then I saw another principle mentioned, Kidlin's law. It's commonly expressed something like this. If you can write a problem down clearly, you've already solved half of it. And that immediately connected with me, because confusion feels enormous when everything is swirling around in your head. But the moment you put on paper, you force yourself to define it. What exactly am I trying to accomplish? What is standing in the way? What needs to happen next? What am I avoiding? What decision have I been postponing? What do I need to do today? Now, we're not just dreaming. We're thinking, we're planning, we're leading ourselves. And self-leadership requires clarity. But there's another piece of becoming that people don't always want to talk about. Access. As you grow, become more aware of what influences you. And I don't believe everybody who isn't actively contributing to your growth needs to be removed from your life. That's not wisdom either. Not everybody was assigned to mentor you. Not everybody was assigned to build your business. Not everybody was assigned to understand your vision. But there is a difference between someone who isn't developing you and someone who is repeatedly distracting you, diminishing you, manipulating you, or sabotaging you, or pulling you away from what God is requiring you to become, that's where discernment comes in. Proverbs 13:20 says, "He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed." Influence matters. And sometimes growth doesn't require some dramatic speech. Sometimes it simply requires changing somebody's access to you. You can love someone and change their access. You can forgive someone and change their position. You can pray for someone without partnering with them. You can wish somebody well without giving them authority over your decisions. That's not bitterness. That's discernment. And this brings me back to where I started. Nothing can stop you faster than you can stop yourself. Because sometimes the greatest battle isn't another person. It's hesitation. It's inconsistency. It's second guessing. It's waiting for someone else to approve what God has already made clear. It's writing the vision and refusing to run. There are seasons when prayer is the assignment. There are seasons when waiting is the assignment. And there are seasons when you've already prayed, you've already received clarity, and now the act of faith is movement. So do the thing, make the call, write the page, finish the product, submit the proposal, apply, publish, practice, study, build, and start. Whatever obedience looks like in the assignment God has placed in front of you, run. And if the vision hasn't happened yet, don't automatically assume God missed you. Habakkuk says there is an appointed time. Your responsibility is not to control the clock. Your responsibility is to remain faithful with the instruction. Write it, make it plain, turn it into actions, work the actions, pay attention to your influences, protect your direction, stay consistent, and trust God with the timing, because becoming isn't something you announce. Becoming is something your decisions eventually prove. And if conversations about faith, leadership, personal development, confidence, purpose, and becoming are a part of where you are headed, subscribe to A Leader Seers Speaks. That's where we're building something very special. This is Virtual Sunshine signing off. Grace over bitterness, purpose over pain. And remember, God is not finished with you yet.